Hi everyone, Esther L. Jones here, artist, ceramicist, and magical freaking unicorn. And today we are going to talk about talking about your art. Young Sparkle, listen to me. Your art is important. It would not have come to you without bringing with it a quest for work that it must do in the world. Your mission is to give it that chance. You must send it out with love into the world. You may not realize its entire quest. You may not even realize that it has a quest, but it has come to you, bringing a quest. You must love your audience so much that you send your art out into the world with passion and understanding of the work that it must do. Talking about your art is not optional, and it's not about you. It is about love and passion. Allow your art to accomplish its quest in the world. Go forth, young Sparkle, and make your art. So I hope you enjoyed that cute little thing that I just did, and I hope that it made an impression on you, but we are going to talk about it a little bit. And while I'm doing that, I'm also going to be painting for you, so I hope you enjoy. I have already started this painting. Okay, lovely sparkles. Did you know that that's what baby unicorns are called? Yes. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about this scene. This is a backlit scene. I like painting backlit scenes. This area right here is actually the sun, and it's coming through this tree that you can barely see the marks there. I've hinted at the background greenery. This is actually a scene just outside my parents' house on their back lot, and it's just gorgeous. It's because it's backlit, all these shadows are moving this way, and there's just a gorgeous scattering of partially lit bluebonnets in there. So we're going to try to capture the feeling of that scene that I saw while we talk. The last kiln load is firing as we speak, and I am excited for that. And when I say the last, I don't mean the last forever and ever. I just mean the last that was part of getting ready for these upcoming shows. And but it feels really good to have accomplished all that. I have some things in there in that kiln load that are kind of experiments or new designs that I'm trying out, so there's no telling how they will come out, and that is fine. I'm not bothered about that. So enjoying that feeling kind of accomplishment that you get when you've completed something, a big work like that, and you feel satisfied to a certain extent with the results. Okay, we'll dance that sky. By the way, this is a reclaimed piece of, I don't know what, probably Lux Archival, but I'm not sure. And it's been around quite some time, so we'll see how that comes out. But I did want a dark surface to do this on. It'll help me with getting the intensity of those shadows that are there. All right, let's put some of this deep blue also in this little hint of green back here. Yeah. And that is that deep blue there. Okay, good. All right, so but I want to talk today. I think I told y'all about an experience that I had a couple of weeks ago that just kind of made me feel sad. First it made me cringe, and it made me feel sorry for the participants. That's a little too gray. I don't want that. I am working, by the way, with my little bitty sketch box, so very limited palette, and that's fine. I don't mind doing that, and it's kind of fun sometimes. So, but I'll be doing a lot of layering as a result because I don't have all my colors over here, and that requires a lot of layering. I have this nice green here that will be nice as a background color. Now there are some nice tall trees right back here on the edge, and I do want to include them because they're special, because they were planted for the grandkids, in honor of the grandkids, and my late husband was one of the ones who planted them. So I don't want to make too big a deal of it, but I do want to have like a little suggestion of them there. So let's kind of get that in, and then some up at the top here. All right, and some more down here. I was at an event where there were people who were supposed to be talking about their art. The artists were given a chance to share about their art, and bless their hearts, most of them were just horribly embarrassed, so nervous that it was distracting from what they had to say. They did not know how to talk about their art. Their art was not well served due to their unpreparedness and unfamiliarity with talking about their art. Even some of them kind of seemed to be embarrassed that they were an artist, you know? And I guess that's kind of normal. We for some reason, in the world right now and in America, we don't think artists are legit, you know? I don't know what we thought would be legit and what would make it feel legit, but maybe you think that we need a degree or something, but it's just not the case. And so I need a flatter edge there. Give me the effect that I want. It's going to have to be brighter right in here because all that light's coming from right there. I'll just go over those branches and I'll come back over them here in a minute. Yeah, there we go. Come out here like that. Yep. And so, I think that's too gray. Yeah, it's blending though for me, and that's what I need. I need it do some blending for me. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Very nice. Anyway, I just felt sorry for them all. I felt really bad. And I wanted to help you prevent that for yourself if you're an artist or whatever you do, really. Oh, I've already lost my tooth there. And that happens on used paper. You tend to lose it faster, so just let me return some of it to myself. And I really want it even lighter, warmer. You know, this is what I have, and that's what I'm going to use. I really wanted to help you guys not face that and get used to talking about your art. So let's start breaking out a few steps. All right. I do have a lot of experience in with stage fright or stage anxiety or performance anxiety, whatever you want to call it. I have a lot of experience with that. Okay, I do have a lot of experience in public speaking and public performance. I was a vocal major in college. I was a teacher for elementary school, and you have to quickly get over your public speaking fright in those situations. The thing that's going to help you the most is knowing how to talk about your art. What to say, what is important to include in talking about your art. And so let's break out some of those steps. We're going to start with just be prepared, okay? You're going to need to prepare mentally, emotionally, and what I'm calling for the purpose of this video is that's just including things like making sure that you're dressed in a way that makes you confident. And yeah, I want to put this back here because there's a little light back here. That makes you confident and or at least helps you be confident. So socially, those kinds of things. And also just preparing what you're going to say. We're going to talk about that. So yeah, that's where we are. Because of the composition of the soil where we live, a lot of it is granite, and so it tends to come off as kind of pink. And I like that look. And so let's talk about mentally. You're going to have to come to terms with the fact that you are indeed an artist, and that it is okay. I don't like the shape of this. There. It is okay to call yourself one, and you should be confident in your the fact that you are an artist, and embrace that. Don't be embarrassed by it. It's a gift. It's a gift to the world, and even though people may say things about that to you, like why can't you get a real job or something like that, that's their problem. That's not you. That doesn't have anything to do with you. Okay? So you need to accept that. And that's kind of what I was saying in my little silly video at the beginning here, is that you need to accept that. Your art is important and it has a place in the world. When you get that figured out, the next thing that's going to be important is to prepare emotionally. Yes, you're going to feel nervous. It's okay, accept that. It's just part of the process. Everybody feels that. You're not different, and there are not other people who do it better than you. Well, okay, there might be other people who do it better than you, but there's nobody who's immune from this. Everybody suffers from a little bit of this performance anxiety thing. And that really what that is, let me tell you what that is. That's self-focus. That's a self-focus. So if you feel passionate about your art, then you are not going to focus on yourself. You're going to focus on the importance of the message that your art needs to express. And so it's important to get off that focus of, oh my gosh, I'm nervous. You have to get past that. It's okay to get past that and let it go. Yes, it's okay to just say, yeah, I actually am. I'm pretty nervous at this point. And admit it and then move forward, okay? Don't focus on it. Focus on what your art means to the world, okay? And it does mean something. So it's important that you put it out in the world. And so that's your job. That's your mission. Your mission is not up there to, not in front of those people, for them to look at you. Let them look. So what if your fly happens to be down? If you're talking animatedly about your art, they're not going to notice anything. They're not going to notice the toilet paper on your shoe, nothing like that. They're going to be caught up in what you're saying about your art. And so I want to encourage you with that. And like I said, the next thing that I want to point out is that you need to be confident in, make sure that you have the clothes on that make you feel strong and comfortable, okay? Do not hang your head and clasp your hands in front of your private parts, okay? That communicates to people that you feel unsafe, and then they're going to feel unsafe. They're going to wonder subconsciously why they should feel unsafe, okay? So don't do that. Stand up, get your head up. This is an important thing that you have to say. So you should definitely be saying it, all right? And don't talk about you. Talk about your art. Now this is, like I said, this is something we're going to talk about later and explain how to do that, how to talk about your art, and how to get prepared to talk about your art, okay? That is an important thing to prepare for. That's part of the preparation for getting ready to talk about your art. Now let's see. All of these blue bonnets are going to be in the shadow, right? So I want to make sure I have shadowy blue bonnets here, 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 here. Yeah, like that. Okay, I'm starting to really like this. Yeah. So talking about your Your art, you need to know what to say. And we're going to talk about that. We really are. We're going to get you prepared so that you will have something to say. And then focus on your art. Focus on your audience. Y'all, we're putting our art out there because of love. Someone loved us enough to give us that art. We need to love others enough to give them our art. And so it's about your viewers. So talk about them. Talk about what the message that your art has for them, for others, for what is the work that your art is doing in the world. I really want you to go and read the blog on this. I think that you will find it very, there's more detail, more like solid stuff instead of me mumbling around while I'm painting. Read that and do a little personal analysis and get ready, you know, for the challenge of learning to talk about your art. This week in the studio, like I said, the last kiln load's going. I'm getting ready for the show. Hey, would you let me know if it would be helpful for you if I did a series on how to get ready for a show like this? I've done quite a few of these shows, and I'm not an expert, but I do know a few things about it, and I'd be happy to share that information if it's something that you feel like you could use. So, let me know. All right? All right. I don't know how I feel about this piece. Sorry, I hit the camera. It looks pretty good actually in the camera. I may lighten it up. I may add some detail. We'll see later. But for now, I hope that you will look for the music, listen for the colors, reach out for the magic, and awaken the wonder and worship in your heart. Godspeed. Bye, everyone.